Hey guys, it's Monday and welcome to another week of Geeks of the Week. So I'm gonna bring a TMI Tuesday and say that I'm on my period right now. So I feel terrible and I really apologize if my emotions get the better of me and I'm like this. Why aren't you done yet? Oh my god, being human starts tonight, being human starts again tonight. So I just apologize in advance for all the feels that I might have during this video. But anyway, Pyro, thanks for the review on the game. We never get enough video game reviews on this channel, so it's nice to have a few pop up here and there. Luluka, I will get back to you because there are feels that we need to exchange. Mario, I'm pretty jealous of your glasses, and I wish I could be that cool and have glasses too. Nikki, that totally sucks about Felicia Day. Hopefully you get to see her at some point. I was gonna say you could see her at Comic-Con, and I was like, oh, you haven't gotten your Comic-Con ticket yet. So hopefully you get Comic-Con tickets and meet her at Comic-Con. Yeah! So Luluco kind of inspired me to talk about my cosplay experience because I've been doing this for 10 years now. It's a really long time to be dressing as fictional characters. So going off of what Luluco said, I can definitely understand and 100% relate to what she feels, and I think most cosplayers do, no matter what level they are at currently. I mean, we all start somewhere, and it's just really, really hard sometimes, especially because you're always your worst judge, and you criticize yourself probably more than most people, except for the people on 4chan, but you don't listen to those people. When I first started making my own stuff, I had no idea what I was doing, and Luluco, you at least had a class. I have never once in my life taken any kind of sewing class, ever. So when I actually got my first sewing machine for Christmas one year, it didn't even have a manual. I had to order a manual and I had no idea what I was doing when I was like tinkering with it. I was just like, yeah, I got it to work. Cool. And I mean, looking back at past cosplays is the only way that I can tell I've improved as a cosplayer, because I still think a good chunk of my stuff really, really sucks. And I know people are like, Steph, your cosplays are so good and you won a few awards and you do these tutorials and stuff. And that's the thing, people always compare themselves to other people. And when I compare myself to some of my friends who are professional seamstresses, I'm terrible. Like, I don't know how to properly put a zipper in. I don't know how to properly do buttonholes. I don't know how to properly do anything. I BS my way through every single costume I make. In fact, there's only been a very small handful of costumes that I'm proud of that I've made so far. And they're kind of few and far between. The first one I was actually really proud of, and still to this day don't know how I would make any better, is my Kamugi costume from I think 2010. That was the first costume I made by myself and was 100% proud of it. And that's saying something because I started in 2003, and to take 7 years to finally feel proud of something that I've made is kind of sad. I mean, I'm always proud of my work to some extent, but I'm like, oh, I'm limited in this knowledge and I don't know how to do this, or I know I'm doing this half-assed because I don't know the proper way of doing something, or it's the night before a con. And I'm gonna be honest, right now, I literally only have vague ideas of how to make anything when I start off a costume. I usually don't go off a pattern because I don't know how to read patterns. I just cut the fabric and hope something turns out well. By the way, I don't recommend that method to anyone. I usually never know what exact fabric I want for a costume until I start looking around the fabric store and touching things and seeing colors and weights and textures and all that stuff. Heck, I don't even know what half the fabric I own is called. I don't know how to work with resin or plastic or anything, and that's why I've only used craft foam for all of the armor and like weird bits on costumes. And take for example this wig, which is soon to be my Vanellope wig from Wreck-It Ralph, and I am attempting to put it into a ponytail, and so I have come up with this vague idea of taking out the wefts, which I have already started doing. As you can see, it's only like half the wig is on here, and I've literally seam ripped all of them, and I'm going to sew them back on so that they face upwards and so I can make a proper ponytail, and I hope that works. Somewhere in my mind, I've figured out that that might work, and then that's what I do. I feel cosplay is about the learning aspect, and the only way you're gonna learn is if you just do something. So even though you're still making mistakes, and trust me, everybody makes mistakes, you're still learning. Even if it's not gonna be perfect the second time you make a costume, it's still part of the learning process, and you're always gonna get better. There's never gonna be someone who gets continuously worse from trying and experimenting. So all of that being said, Luluco, you're awesome. Don't ever think that you aren't improving, because even though I've only seen a handful of your costumes, I can tell online that you've definitely grown as a cosplayer, and I know you're going to continue to improve because you have the willpower to want to improve. And I think because you show such an eagerness to want to take everything to the next level, I think that makes you a really great role model in the cosplay community, and I really hope you start putting yourself out there even more with some of your panels and talking to people online about things and just sharing your experience, because that's really the best way to set an example to everybody, is to be like, hey, I'm not perfect and I make these mistakes, but I can help you try not make the same mistakes that I made. So fellow cosplayers out there, I hope you guys just don't give up after making your first costume or however many costumes you've made and be like, oh, I'm not good enough, or I'm not like so-and-so who's amazing, because you know what? Everyone started somewhere, and I guarantee you that those amazing cosplayers still make the same mistakes and still are there in the wee hours of the morning seam ripping things over and over again because they can't get it right the first time. So TLDR, people make mistakes and stuff, and not everyone's perfect, and life's hard. Just keep cosplaying and doing things that you like because it's fun and you want to do it. And don't let it stress you out, even if you're up like at 5 a.m. the day of the con still trying to do stuff. So now that I'm done with that pep talk, I hope you all are doing well. Make sure to like and subscribe. Oh my god, the subscribe button actually isn't up there anymore. It's down below, so like and subscribe and all that stuff that's down there. And I hope you guys continue